Hey, welcome guys. Yeah, you caught me there, man. We're alive. You're welcome to the Chris K podcast, episode 16. Yep, of course. And yeah, thank you. You're far too kind. Yes, thank you. You're far too kind. This is season 2, still running hard, and trust me, the weekend has been incredible. World Cup has been phenomenal with some fantastic news coming out from the World Cup. But hey, we starting off the show with our coderai, #coderai, that is the Rise Above It series. Now, don't burn bridges. You'll be surprised how many times you have to cross the same river. I repeat, don't burn bridges. You'll be surprised how many times you have to cross the same river. Now, I think I should just leave it here and just start off with the show. But let me just let's talk about this a little bit, and then we start off the show. Don't burn bridges. What are bridges? They connect two spots, point A from point B to point B, and normally bridges are created to protect you from harm's way, because you want to access another side of town, but then there's this river you can't cross. So a bridge is built so you can easily cross without being harmed by the river. And what this code is trying to tell you is that don't burn down bridges, because you'll be surprised how many times you have to cross the same river. You don't cross and burn, and when you're coming back to cross that same river, you're trying to build a bridge again. And I believe this has to go a long way in talking about human relationship. Don't burn down friendships, especially those that are relevant. How do you know a relevant friendship from that which is not relevant? For me, I believe that it is very important to acknowledge the people you meet in life and be very, 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 show off a good impression, the people that you meet in life, because you don't know that where you would end up meeting them and where you need their help. And like bridges, these people are bridges that would save you from a lot of issues and a lot of harmful stuff that you could easily have crossed with their help. So you could get access to wherever you're going to and avoid a whole lot of issues just because you kept this very friendship or acquaintance that strong and that very meaningful, even over the years. Probably you've not even been in contact with this very person, but that impression still remains. I am not just speaking to you guys, but I'm speaking to myself as well, because yes, I'm at that point in my life where I'm cutting some people off, especially people who, instead of coming into my life and making the best out of it, not just for me but for yourself, because hey, we are all here to benefit from each other, but then you come and it's like you just come and rubbish your way through, causing pain and all of that. Yeah, I'll cut you off, of course, but don't burn bridges. You'll be surprised how many times you have to cross that very same river. I want you to think deep about this. This is the Rise Above It series, and this is how we start off the Chris K podcast, season 2, episode 16. My name is Christopher Komla Agbaga, but you can call me Chris K.
Pronto, quando sei in Ghana devi ascoltare solo a Chris Kwabna. Yeah, banana from Ghana. Yeah, we in the building.
Fela Precious McCaffrey, the one from YOLO. Keep listening to Chris Kwabena.
Hi lovely people, this is Evelyn Gallianza from YOLO. Keep listening to Chris Kwabena. Peace.
Hey, what's up, people of Ghana? This your boy Aaron, and that you keep listening to this.
Yes. Once again, thank you so much. You are far too kind for that wonderful applause. You are welcome once again to the Chris K podcast. Now, a lot of things have been going on. Over the weekend, even up to this very point, I believe the World Cup has been one of the major topics of discussion, with all of the, surprising exits by the major teams. Portugal is out, Argentina is out, Germany, they went out a long time ago. Spain is also out. But yeah, it's. I believe that this is what brings out the fun in a competition, when those you underrate come up to even do exceptional stuff. So that is just one part of it. Glory to God, I'm also recovering from a cold. Really not been feeling well for a couple of days now, but hey, the boy Chris K is strong. Thank you so much. I really need to say thanks to everybody who's been listening, and of course, if you've been listening, you know what has been going on with me. I've not really been feeling well, but you've been praying for me. Thank you so much. Big shout outs to the NCDalliance for coming up with the with the discussions that is all about gearing up for the UN Interactive Conference that's coming on the 5th of July. Big shout outs to my friend Naleen, who is currently in the United States. Actually, he's in New York for the Interactive Conference, and to everybody participating in the discussion. Later on, we will be doing health, of course, we will also be doing sports, of course. Yes, I've got the man Yakubu Ibrahim on cue. So before let's just exit the talk. Let's get into some really, really good music coming from a very good friend, and an exceptional musician who goes by the name of Six Strings, and this song is titled Sobolo. This is one beautiful acoustic song I believe you're going to really, really enjoy, and of course you heard it here on the Chris K podcast.
Yeah, this your boy JB, aka Drogba, aka Destroying Things. Keep listening to Chris Kwabena, the main man.
I've got what I've got. You've got what you've got, so keep your red wine, I'll sip my Sobolo. Keep your slim girl, I love my Obolo. Everyone knows that life is hard, that's why we're working hard, and we don't want to leave with this sorrow. All we want is a better tomorrow. I've got what I've got. You've got what you've got, so keep your red wine, I'll sip my Sobolo. Keep your slim girl, I love my Obolo. Everyone knows that life is hard, that's why we're working hard, and we don't want to leave with this sorrow. All we want is a better tomorrow. Just like the parable in the Bible, where the master gave our talents to his servants. Don't sit there wishing you had mine. Who knows, you got 5 and I only have 1. Work with what you have, work with what you've got. Love the life you live the life you love. If you concentrate on the things you do not have, you might never ever have enough. So I've got what I've got, you've got what you've got. So keep your red wine and sip my sobolo. Keep your slim girl, I love my obolo. Everyone knows the life is hard, that's why we're working hard. And we don't want to leave with this sorrow, all we want is a better tomorrow. I've got what I've got, you've
Hello,
got
lovely
what
people
you've
worldwide.
got.
This
So
Queenster,
keep your red wine and sip my
the main man, Chris
sobolo.
Pop.
Keep your slim girl, I love my obolo. Everyone knows the life is hard, that's why we're working hard. And we don't want to leave with this sorrow, all we want is a better tomorrow. The Browns are fighting again. They've waited too long for a cry of a baby. They have it all, but all they pray for is a gift of a baby. My friend Atongo lives in the Zongo. All he owns is an old Buzanga Volvo. He's got 9 kids, he's still expecting, but he can barely provide for his family. The rich they struggle, the poor they hustle. Oh my body, nowhere easier. Said nowhere easier. Yeah. Work with what you have, work with what you've got. Love the life you live the life you love. If you concentrate on the things you do not have, you might never ever have enough. Say, I've got what I've got, you've got what you've got. So keep your red wine and sip my sobolo. Keep your slim girl, I love my obolo. Everyone knows the life is hard, that's why we're working hard. And we don't want to leave with this sorrow, all we want is a better tomorrow. I've got what I've got, you've got what you've got. So keep your red wine and sip my sobolo. Keep your slim girl, I love my obolo.
What a beautiful tune, trust me. Beautiful words, beautiful lyrics, beautiful melody, so sweet and so deep. Big shout out once again going out to a friend and a brother, 6 Strings with Sobolo. Hey, and of course you just can't ignore that wonderful feel of the acoustic guitar. And this is right here on the Chris K podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of the show up to this very point. I so much appreciate it. You can follow me on all social media handles on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Chris K Original. That is CHRISKORIGINAL. And you already know it's now time for sports. Okay, yeah, so as we already know, the man Yakubu Ibrahim is on cue with all the latest updates. Of course, mostly local sports, yes, but definitely he's also going to be talking about the World Cup. And so, my man Yakubu Ibrahim, what's up? What do you have for us?
Hello again and welcome to the sports segment on the Chris K podcast. My name is Yakubu Ibrahim. You can call me Citizen Rastop. Yes, on today's program, we'll be looking at once again the former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, is back in the news. But this time around, he has sued ace journalist Anas Armiao Anas and his Tiger PI team for defamation. Also, we'll also be taking a trip to Russia to see all that is happening in the 21st FIFA World Cup. Without much ado, let me quickly get to my first story. Kwesi Nyantakyi sued Anas. Former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, has sued investigative journalist Anas Armiao Anas and Tiger IPI for defamation. Mr. Nyantakyi is seeking a declaration that the visual images of him receiving money contained in the expose by Anas Armiao Anas is defamatory. The former first vice president of CAF and FIFA council member is also seeking punitive damages against Anas and his team for defaming him. The former FA boss is also praying that the court to put an injunction restraining the defendants from further publishing the video or premiering it. Kwesi Nyantakyi is currently investigated by the Criminals Investigative Department of the Ghana Police Service over a charge of defrauding by false pretenses. Moving on. Ash go part ways with CK Akono. Management of Ashanti Gold have asked the technical director of the club, John Christensen, to take charge after terminating the appointment of head coach Charles Kwabena Akono, CK Akono. No official reason has been given as to whether CK quit or was let go, but it is believed that the decision was related to a disagreement between him and some management members of the club over delaying in